kind of go over absolute value inequalities. And I should be able to do all of these. Let's see if I have time. All right, so the first thing we need to do is make sure the absolute value is solo. There's nothing on the outside. It's completely isolated, so therefore we can go ahead and copy and rewrite it. But we can split it and rewrite it rather. So the first thing we do is copy it and make sure the absolute value is by itself. It is. So now we split it and rewrite it twice. So n plus 10 is greater than or equal to 8. And then n plus 10 is less than or equal to negative 8 because we have to change the direction of the inequality symbol, and we change the sign. Now we have to look at this symbol at the time of the split. It's saying that the absolute value is greater, so if the absolute value is greater, that means it's going to be an OR statement. So now we just solve each one. So we're going to subtract 10. It's wrong color. It's blue. There we go. Minus 10. Minus 10. So n will be greater than or equal to negative 2. Or we'll subtract 10. Subtract 10. N is less than or equal to negative 18. So let's graph both of those. So n is greater than or equal to negative 2. So it's going to be inclusive at negative 2. Going to the right. Negative 18 inclusive going to the left. So that would be 18 here. Going that way. So we'll do the odds. Alright, here we're going to rewrite that. So we're going to write negative 2a absolute value is greater than or equal to 20. So we're going to split this and rewrite it. So negative 2a is greater than or equal to 20. That's an OR statement. Negative 2a is less than or equal to negative 20. So now we divide by negative 2. And because we divided by negative, this is going to change directions. So it's going to be negative 10. Or divide by negative 2. And a will be greater than or equal to positive 10. Okay. So inclusive at negative 10 going to the left. Inclusive at positive 10 going to the right. Yeah. So number 5. So here you'll notice the absolute value is not isolated, which is fine. We just have to do a little bit of work beforehand. So we have to get the absolute value by itself before we split it and rewrite it. So we're going to add 8 to both sides. So we have absolute value of negative 4x is greater than 12. And now we split this and rewrite this. Negative 4x is going to be an OR statement. It's greater than 12. Or negative 4x is less than negative 12. Okay, divide by negative 4. X will be greater than, oh, not greater than, sorry. We divide by a negative to change direction, so this will be x is less than negative 3. Or divide by negative 4. X will be greater than positive 3. Okay. So it's going to be non-inclusive at negative 3 going to the left. It's going to be non-inclusive at positive 3 going to the right. Okay. Last one. Absolute value of 9n minus 7 over 5 is less than or equal to 4. So we have to get the absolute value by itself, so we're going to multiply both sides by the denominator, which is 5. So the absolute value of 9n minus 7 is less than or equal to 20. So now we split this and rewrite this. So 9n minus 7 is less than or equal to 20. Or, no, this is going to be an and statement actually, because it's the absolute value is less than. And 9n minus 7 is greater than or equal to negative 20. Okay. Now we're going to add 7 here. So 9n is less than or equal to 27. Oops, I'm off the camera, sorry. Here we go. Divide by 9. And n will be less than or equal to 3. So here we're going to add 7 to both sides. And we're going to get a fraction here, but that's totally fine. That's completely normal. So 9n is greater than or equal to negative 13. Now divide by 9. This is fairly common with the absolute value inequalities once you start adding a lot of steps. And is greater than or equal to negative 13 over 9, which would estimate into, what, negative 1 4/9. I just do that so it's easier for me to graph. Divides at 1 with 4, yeah, for remainder 4, yeah. Okay, so it's basically just under 1.5, negative 1.5. Alright, so it's going to be inclusive at 3 going to the left. And this is going to be inclusive at negative 1.5 roughly going to the right. So it's going to be like right here going to the right. And it's an and statement, this is where they overlap. Okay, perfect. Alright, so I hope that helped, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I didn't do the evens, so if you want me to see any, if you want to see any of the evens, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do another video. Thanks.